So what games would be fun to bring to a second or third date? It's called Joe Name It. So this one again is quite a small little game that you can bring with you. It has one die. When you roll the dice, it tells you, like, if it lands on one, you have to fill in one answer. If it lands on three, you have to fill in three answers. Here's just a card that I picked out. It says name blank types of lettuce. So depending on what number you rolled, which, oh good heavens, if you roll a 6, no, I don't know, I may be able to do it with lettuce. But anyway, a 6, oh my goodness. But if you roll a 1, easy peasy, right? Romaine. Name one type of lettuce if you roll a 1. Then here, name however many kids from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I would be in very big trouble with that one. If you can't even think of one, which one was like Sweetie, right? And one was Charlie, so you're given that. So Charlie, I hope I would roll a 1. Anyway, then if it's like, wait, what was that one person's name? And then you're like thinking, then you just look it up on your phone and it's like, oh, it's this. And then you talk about that and you laugh and you're like, yeah, I read that book. We had to read it in English class, and it's like, I did too. Yeah, and yeah, we had to do a book report on it, and I did great, or I didn't do great, or yeah, I dressed up as Charlie Willy Wonka for Halloween. Anyway, so here, name blank college mascots. Oh my goodness, I could give you tons and tons. Yeah, you could just start naming off things and you're probably right. That is a really great game. These are really good because they're just tiny and you can just bring them and they're very quiet. You have to roll your dice quietly. Then there's like your just average playing card. If you know different games, that's fun. We have this one game called Scrimmage. It's a card game of strategy, memory, and misdirection. I haven't played it before, so I can't really tell you, but I'm basically just wanting to show you. Oh, has a sword. So I figure it has like different weapons and stuff. I don't know if it's a good game. We have that one. We just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. You could bring just like this tiny little deck of cards or a deck of playing cards. Here's Uno. As you see, we've had numerous games with Uno and the cards are really quite broken up. They've been through our children and they had a little problem losing from time to time. That's a quiet game, or it can be. At our house, it's not quiet at all. But if we were out in public, it'd be quiet. This you would have to decide whether it would be okay. This is an electronic Uno, and it spits cards out at you. The cards are within here, so this would be all you would have to carry, but this is like my entire hand and then like another third. This might be too big. And also when it spits out cards, it might be a little noisy, but depending on where you are, it would be okay. This is pushing it a little, but it's a lot of fun. And then there's Dutch Blitz. It's another just a little card game, but as you see, the cards it's a wonderful good game. I'm so good at accents, right? Anyway, so you have these little cards. It is a lot of fun. I know these games, it's like, that sounds so lame, like completely lame. Okay, get a game that you like. Okay, here's Cards Against Humanity, a party game for horrible people. Okay, I actually have this. I've taken all of the naughty cards out so that it's just a game that you just fill in different things. You can do that. I would suggest, if you don't know the person very well, take the naughty cards out because that's completely inappropriate with a stranger. Like, no. Or wait, maybe if you do like that sort of thing, it's completely appropriate because if the other person is like, you're disgusting, I never want to talk to you again, then you actually just weeded out somebody that wasn't for you. So see, that's what I mean. Even the different cards that you bring, it's like your game of estimates, the over-under. I could see more logical thinking people would really like that game. Uno's just general. It's great for everybody. Cards Against Humanity, it's a whole other type. Playing cards, those are just fun for people. Then I have this anomia, brown food, you name off brown food. A continent, you name off continents. Then I have this game, it's called Origins. The box is way too big to bring, but you don't need the whole box. They have cliches, they have names, words, but get this. This famous bay takes its name from the abundant supply of pearl oysters that inhabit it. What bay is it? And the other person has to guess. Now, is that how you play this game? Not exactly, because we're leaving the board part out and the dice. We're just asking questions because it's interesting. And the answer is Pearl Harbor. And then here's an invention. Can you name this invention? In China, prior to the 14th century, judges wore these in order to aid in disguising their reaction to given evidence. During the 1930s, the U.S. government commissioned manufacturing of this product for its Air Force pilots. What's the invention? You can guess anything, right? The answer is sunglasses. Is that cool or what? I find where the origins of words and things come from is quite fascinating. And then it'd be like, oh, I love sunglasses. I have like 20 pair and I like to wear them inside and outside. And then it's like, yeah. Oh, here's a cliche or expression. At one time, urns which contained ashes of the deceased were known as pots. Should a reference or question be made as to the whereabouts of the deceased, they were sometimes said to have left for their particular place. Today, we use this term when referring to something or someone that has badly degenerated. So, what's the expression? And the expression is, they've gone to pot. So, now you know where that expression comes from. So fascinating. Yeah, I'd just be like, read me another one. It does make you start talking and laughing. Maybe you'll be Googling something. Oh yeah, wow, well that's really cool. And then you just learned something and it was fun and you guys are talking and you can look at people's expressions, what they say, whether they get angry for being wrong, whether they gloat too much when they're right. What is actually in their heart? What kind of a person are they really? Because when you're sitting there trying to think of things just to say to somebody, sometimes you don't even say anything about what you were thinking. It's like, yeah, so I read in the news that Putin was dead. Who's Putin? And then, it's like, and then it's like, oh, why did I say that? That sounds so dumb. They don't even know who he is. And then you're thinking, it's like, oh, maybe I'll say something completely different. And then it's like, yeah, I know there's like a Monet exhibit coming to town. And then it's like, oh no, I hope they don't think that I'm gonna ask them to it because I don't really wanna go. Why did I even talk about that? And then who knows, maybe the person's like, yeah, I really wanna go to that. And then you're like, oh no, do I have to say, well, do you wanna go? I don't wanna go. Oh no, why was I even talking about that? Anyway, oh my goodness. I know I'm talking to some of you people. I know I'm talking to you. Things can go awry so quickly and then it's just like, help, and it's just snowballing. I'm telling you, second and third date, bring some kind of fun little game thing. And it's like, well, I don't know what to do with this person, but I do need to meet them again to get to know them a little better. Fine, just bring one of these little games. You don't have to awkwardly pull it out of your pocket. Maybe you could even tell them, have this idea. I thought I would just bring this. Maybe we'd just have a little fun as we sit there. What do you think? See what the other person says. And who knows, maybe they'll be like, oh, I just got this new game. I really want to bring it. It's very quiet, low key. It'd be a lot of fun. Fine, you bring it too. I'm gonna bring mine, you bring yours. Who knows? Maybe we'll just shut the place down and have a blast. Anyway, I really hope that you are having fun on your dates. Just have fun. And while you're at it, who knows, you might just find that one. Don't lose hope. It'll be fine. Just bring your games. So I got you to date 1, 2, and 3. I really think you should be on your own at this point, but I'll talk about some other tips of what to do once you're past game nights with this person that you've met, which you should know rather well by now because you went out with them once to talk to them about who they were and what they like and just sort of get to know them a little better. We're in 3. If you're with this same person, you should be knowing them quite well by now because if you're texting and talking and you're going on these dates and you're doing all these little game things and just talking, you probably know them pretty well. So we need to go further now and we need to go to some real dates. We're not into romance yet. I would say I save the romance part for like maybe date 7. And then it's more like, I only want to date you, and now I'm gonna court you. Right now, we're still playing the field. We're still swiping on other people. We're still trying to decide whether we want to go on that 4th date with this person. Next time, we'll talk about that. What are we gonna do on the 4th and 5th date? I'll see you next time. Bye.